If you had just 1 minute to be skeptical, what would you do? What would you say? How would you answer the questions? This is the 1 Minute Skeptic! Deconverted Man thanks the skeptics!
So, as the video title suggests, this is me breaking the rules of 1 Minute Skeptic. Although, there is a question I do want to address, so just bear with me. I want to thank all the skeptics that have provided their voices thus far. But before I do, I want to go a little bit into the background of this series. The conception of this was way back, when. And basically, I was sitting around trying to think of what I could do on YouTube. And I thought about the 1 Minute Apologist, so I was like, hey, I can do the 1 Minute Skeptic. I'll just do exactly what they do, but in reverse. So instead of the 1 Minute Apologist, 1 Minute Skeptic, and what do? They have different guests on who answer different questions that are preloaded questions for them to answer. It's never anything actually challenging. Well, mine's going to be different. It's going to be challenging questions, and we're going to see if we can actually do this. And so the idea was really loose in the beginning, and I PM people, and I message people, and I bug people, and they're like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And so there was enough questions when it first started that it wasn't an issue, and then as it went on, started to run out of questions, so I asked the community for help with that. There was a lot of questions that came in from that. Whenever I've asked for help for a voice, people would, the community again would do that for me, and I have been helped so much by so many of you, especially when the money thing came, and I already did my thank you video on that, but every time I think about that, I get a little bit choked up, and I feel very grateful to all those people. A lot of them I have never even seen comment on my stuff before, so it was great. But the 1 Minute Skeptic, the other half of it, beyond just making fun of the 1 Minute Apologist, is to, of course, get people to go check out those channels that are doing it. So whether you like it or not, you might be going, okay, I'm going to check out the person that did this. Let's see if I don't like the rest of their stuff. Or let's see if I do like the rest of their stuff. Maybe I hated this, but I'll like the rest. And so it will hopefully drive traffic to their YouTube channel, hopefully get them some subscribers or some views or some likes or comments or whatever. And that's my hope. That's why I want to keep doing this as long as I'm able to. Every Sunday I want to produce an episode of this. If I miss a Sunday, then the next Sunday will be 2 episodes in a row so that I make up for it, And I, as long as I keep having voices and questions, this is going to keep going. And so I'm at almost 1,500 subscribers. Wow, that's amazing to me. Maybe one day I'll explode in number of subscriptions, and this will still be a thing that, again, hopefully will drive traffic to everyone else, because it's not about me or any one of us in particular, but it's about all of us working together to promote skepticism, to promote critical thinking, analysis, logic, science, and just promoting that we are humans that just don't hold certain beliefs, and that's okay. Just that general idea. And we all come at that at different angles. And some of us don't even talk about that stuff. Some of us just play video games on our channels or whatever. And to know, hey, this person's an atheist, they play video games, I play video games, and they're playing this video game that I play, maybe they're not such a bad person after all. That is something that this too is I want to be, that this opens doors to other skeptics, and anyways, so that's really what this series is all about. Besides just asking questions from different theists, or questions that we've got and gotten from theists, and trying to answer them. To drive traffic to these other channels and such. And for those who don't have channels, I just think it's amazing that people provide those voices, and I'm very grateful for when they do that. So, all that having been said, finally we get to where I thank everyone and probably screw up most of your YouTuber names. So apologies in advance. I know one of you will come and get me, and I know who that will be, and you know who you are, because you know that I will screw up your name, so I'm sorry. So in order, thank you, Enslaver, Barbarian Atheist, Molecular MacLaden, Lord Shockwave 94, Foxhole Atheist, Global Atheism, Prudent Discourse, Old Farts Rants, Careful Atheist, Deconverted Man, whoever that is, Joy Rock, The Informative Atheist, Gary Witchen, Isabel Spewog, The Masked Atheist PhD, Science 314, Saint Rawman, Foul Fables, Bob Narer, and soon, Sci-Fi Joey. So, thank you all. I guess I'm thanking myself as well. That's kind of odd. But at any rate, thank you all for providing your voices. And I more than likely will be asking some of you, or all of you, to do so again. Because I had Bob do 2 episodes, so it's only fair that I have everyone else do another episode if they want to. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, times whatever number, big number, I don't know. Guffinity. What's Guffinity? It's Googleplex to the power of infinity, okay? Or it's infinity to the power of Googleplex. Yeah, that's what it is. Because that way it's bigger, I think. Okay, anyway, so it's a big number. It's an imaginary number. Whatever. Thank you, okay? I appreciate you. I appreciate your time and energy. And thank you for those that watch the 1 Minute Skeptics. And every now and then we won't agree with it, and that's fine. Civil discourse happens, and I like that, and I always encourage that. I always discourage the erratic dialogue where you're just saying, this sucks. You know, it's like, that's not useful. Say something beneficial. Maybe it does suck to your point of view, but why did it suck? You know, explain. You know, you did this. I would have said this instead of just saying it sucks. Say, I would have said this instead. This would have been my answer. And I don't think that there is a hard, fast rule that we can't cover questions that have already been covered, because different people are going to have different answers to the same questions. Although I'd like to have new questions every time. So, thank you all, and thank you viewers, whether you comment or not, like or not, or share or not, or plus or not, or whatever. I appreciate you all, and I really do appreciate this community, and I really do care for each and every one of you in a different, unique way, depending upon who you are and how well I know you. Except for you. You know who you are. Oh yeah, I'm looking at you. What do you mean? You want me to name you? You know who I'm talking about. Alright. Okay, so now somebody's like, oh, are you talking about me, Deconverted Man? No, I wasn't. The person who knows who I'm talking about, okay? They're out there. They're the one down-liking my videos. I don't know who it is, but I'll get them one day. Anyways, alright, so now for the question. Actually, it's not really a question. It's more of a topic. So, yeah, I'm totally breaking the rules. Whatever. A bit of history on episode 19 and 20, which is coming up. Next Sunday will be episode 19, and the Sunday after that will be episode 20. Okay. Way back when, Armored Apologist asked a complex question regarding laws of thermodynamics on one of the 1 Minute Skeptic videos. And almost everybody debated him because he was completely... It was a malformed question, completely asked in the wrong way in every sense of the word. And I tried to get somebody to answer the questions. Their answer wasn't very scientific, and they did their best. I don't know that much about science, but it just didn't work. So I gave them a different topic, and they did that topic, and they did great at that topic. It didn't fit. It didn't work. So the person that did come along to answer these questions did it so well that it was like, okay, you're the one doing these questions. So, and he just kind of came to me, so that's why he got 2 episodes in a row, and plus it was 2 questions that Armored apologist asked. And, as many of you know, I did wind up debating him. And after I debated him, I had some exchanges with him on and off again, and kind of told him off at one point, and he came back, and, you know, we kind of tried to make up. I don't know whether or not he's cool with me or not, but I said, you know what, you're not listening to me. So maybe the reason you're not listening to me is because I'm not on your side. So talk to my brother. He's a theist. He'll tell you the logic stuff. He'll explain to you the science stuff. And maybe you'll listen to him because he is on your side. He does believe in the same God that you do. Well, obviously I'm not going to give you guys the emails and whatnot, but what I said to Armored Apologist is nothing compared to how hard my brother slammed him. So, yeah, it wasn't pretty. Because he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. He didn't want to hear that he was wrong. He didn't care that he was wrong. And when I told him, you know, to read the logic book, he was like, oh, I have a library of books to read. I'm not going to do that. So it's just, you know, come on, man. Don't make excuses that you don't have time to read. That's so typical of too many theists. And I did run into, to be fair, I did run into one atheist that acted that way. And after I continued to correct him, he did say, you know what, I'm going to go off YouTube and I'm going to follow your advice. Now, whether or not he will, I don't know, but he did say that he would. So I felt like, okay, good. I finally got through to somebody that they need to improve themselves. If you're sitting there and you want to promote your deity, which is fine, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when you don't actually do the best that you can. When you just copy and paste arguments that are old and worn. You know, at least Epicurus Greek, at least he's presenting us new old arguments that we haven't heard in a while. And I think that he's trying to slowly develop his own argument, although I haven't heard it yet. But at least he's trying. And at least he'll listen. I want... him and my brother are the only two theists I know of that will do that. And that needs to change. If you want to convince the skeptics out there, theists, maybe you're listening to this, I don't know. But if you want to have a conversation with us, you have to be willing to accept that you're wrong about some things. Maybe you don't want to accept even the idea that there might not be a God. That's okay with me, as long as you can accept that you're wrong about logic and or science, and you can refine your logic. I'll even help you refine your argument if you work with me. But when you turn off and you say, no, this is right, and I'm right, and that's it, and you make excuses to not learn, you're dead to me. Because you're woefully and deliberately ignorant. And what's the point at that point? If you're not willing to change, and I am, what does that really say about you versus me? Okay? All of these skeptics, every single one of them, I guarantee you, would be convinced of a particular deity if you would give them empirical evidence or a repeatable test. Or, for some of them, a logically coherent argument. Not all of them. I would accept that. That's what I'm still looking for. Whether or not we would worship it or join the religions is a separate thing. But at any rate, so my point with the armored apologist guy is, not only did I win the debate, which you guys and gals out there, and plus hermaphrodites, plus question marks, we've run out of humans, all you humans and robots that might be listening, that you need to decide whether I won that debate or not with my logic, because I might have made a flaw here or there. But nonetheless, not only that, but when a theist told him that he was wrong, he wouldn't listen. This isn't about making him look bad or anything. I'm just saying that, like, look, I know that this guy can do better than that. I know it. I know that he can do better than that. I saw that he learned something new. He learned and accepted that atheism wasn't a worldview. That's more than I can say for Matt Slick. So I still hold out hope that even if he does listen to this and gets irritated at me again or whatever, I still want to hold out hope that he can change. And it's for people like that we don't know if they'll ever change or not. But maybe we can get them to accept this or that or the other thing. My brother went from the typical Christian to, over the years that we've been together now, to understanding that homosexuality isn't a sin, biblically speaking, and defending that point, to having no problem with biological evolution, to having no problem with science, and to even getting to the point where he understands that what reality is what reality is, and that he might be wrong about it, but he does believe in God very strongly. And that is a belief, and it begins and ends there, and that he wants to make an argument for it, and he's trying to make an argument for it. And that is like where we both agree on is we hate stupidity. That's what I want to see from the apologists. Is not we're going to just defend our position, but we're going to improve. We're going to try to do better. We're going to listen to you guys and gals. When I was Infinite Hope, that's what I did. But eventually it turned me into a skeptic. So maybe some of them are afraid. I don't know. At any rate, thank you for your time and energy in listening to this. And until the next episode of 1 Minute Skeptic, post your serious questions in the comments below. And if you want to be a voice, let me know. PM me your email. If you click on the About link of Deconverted Man, you can now click on a button that will let you email me. I don't know why I don't just put my email out there right now, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be spammed to death. I don't know. Kind of nervous. So, anyways, that's all I've got for you. Wait, lobsters exist. And if you haven't already, read the LOBSTERIST Bible, because it's absolutely true. Unlike all the other religions, this one's actually true. So I want you to do that. That will be in the description box below. Thank you all, and good night. And remember, or good day, or whatever it is, unless and until we have a logically coherent argument, we must continue to be skeptical of the pineapples. Catapult Pancakes. Yes. I'm a turkey. Meow, 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 meow.